remember, we have the compass, and the compass tells us wherever we need to find, whatever we want to find, we whisper into the compass and it takes us there. It shows us the direction to go. And so the last time we used it, we were looking for Miss Zen, the most powerful wizard in all of the 7 realms. Miss Zen, who knew everything. And so we are talking with Miss Zen, and Miss Zen says, Kim Woodby, the next thing we need to do is we need to find the encrusted butterfly. The encrusted butterfly has a magical power that we must get before the evil can find it. Kim OG says, what evil is that? I've never heard of such evil. Miss Zen says, evil is getting ready to strike our 7 realms. It's going to hit realm 1 first. So what we need to do is we need to find this encrusted butterfly, which will allow us to know what to do next. Kim OG looks up at Miss Zen, and she could see that the tiara started to glow blue. It was glowing so bright as all of a sudden it lights up. It lights up. It's just that as we get to the edge of this realm, we see an island just out in the distance. And the compass is telling us to go that way, to that island. We don't know how we're going to get there. We don't have a boat. There's not a boat anywhere to be seen. So we keep walking. And we're walking, and as we're walking, the compass keeps turning towards that island as we walk around the shore, trying to find a beautiful town that could help us float over to that island. We keep walking and we keep walking, and we notice there's several people sitting on the beach. And we walk up to the people sitting on the beach, and they're collecting fish from their net. And they're telling us that there's a huge celebration coming up in their town. They're not really sure who we are, and we're telling them that we're on a mission and we've got to get over to that island. And they said, we cannot take you today. The waters are very turbulent. There's things in it right now that won't allow us to cross. We'll have to wait until morning. You'll need to come to the village and celebrate with us. So we get down, we help them pick up the fish. We walk over to the village, which is down around the beach. We get to this village, and we notice that there is a huge throne in the middle of the village, just this big seat that I don't even know. It's just a big throne in the middle of the village. We look across, and there's huts and people all talking. There's food everywhere. You could see all of the people cooking fish and laughing and having a good time. And they don't really know what's getting ready to happen or what we're doing here. So we walk over, and we sit down with everybody over here and we're listening, and it's amazing. And Kim Whitby kind of nudges me. Kimoji kind of nudges me and says, open that pack. So I open up the pack. And in the satchel, right on top, of course, is Oscar the chicken. I said, Oscar the chicken's in here. So she moves Oscar the chicken. She's looking down in here. She says, aha, there it is. She reaches down and she picks up this bobby pin. The most ordinary bobby pin you've ever seen. And I'm thinking, what in the world is Kimoji going to do with the bobby pin? She holds on to it for a second. And out of one of the huts walks Two Hearts. And Two Hearts is struggling. Two Hearts' hair is real long and out of whack, out of senses. And so it's just amazing how the hair is just all over the place. Kimoji says, I can help you with that. Walks over, and I mean, just in a split second, fixes Two Hearts' hair. Two Hearts is so happy. Tears are forming. It's amazing. She can't even believe that her hair is now out of her face. This magical Kimoji has fixed her hair. And she says, come, celebrate with us. This is my land. These are my people. We will share with you this evening. And so they're now having one of the most amazing parties. There's a huge bonfire. People are dancing. There's drums, drumming. You can even hear someone singing in the distance. It's one of the most amazing sounds. You can hear them singing to the drums and the music that's playing. And Two Hearts looks over at us and says, that's my child coming back from the hunt. And we're like, whoa, that's cool. Singing and singing. Well, as this beautiful young woman comes up, dragging an elk behind her, she looks down and she says to her mom, look, Mom, look how beautiful this elk is that we will now be able to feast on with the fish tonight for the festival. Two Hearts says, you're my bravest warrior. I want you to go with these two travelers tomorrow to the island. It's a very scary island, and you need the best warriors. So I want you to take Brooke, and I want you to take Mellow. Those are my two best warriors in all of Amazon. Wow, we said, I can't even believe this. This is going to be so amazing. We're going to have somebody to go with us. And so we go to bed that night. Our bellies are full. We're feeling real good. We're both sleeping in, I guess, the guest house of the cot. And so I am sound asleep. Kimoji is sound asleep. But all of a sudden, I could hear shuffling of feet right outside, right by my head. I don't know what's happening. I lift up. I turn. I nudge Kimoji. Stop snoring. Listen. Kamoji says, what? What? I said, listen. We're listening. And we could hear murmuring. Murmur, murmur, murmur. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Murmur, murmur, murmur. All of a sudden, I get a scared feeling. I'm telling Kamoji, what should we do? Should we run? Should we get up and go out and see what's happening? Kamoji said, get that bag. I get the bag. I open it up. She reaches inside. She moves Oscar the chicken. She digs down inside. She reaches in and she finds it. It's a marble. And she says, let's see. She holds the marble in her hand. The marble starts to get bigger and bigger. And now it turns into this large ball that looks like there's clouds in it. All of a sudden, the clouds start to move away. And what we notice that it's showing us the outside. It's showing us what's going on right outside our camp. I see people shuffling around. I said, Kamoji, what should we do? We notice that a ship is coming in. A ship is coming in. It's docking. Kamoji says, let's go. We get up. We go outside. We're now walking over to where everybody's at. And we find out that they're in the captain's quarters downstairs. We're whisked downstairs to the captain's quarter. Over the place, there's an area where there's a desk, and you can see all of the maps and things of where that ship is gone. You look over here and you can see the portals out so that you can look out into the waters behind us. And we're waiting for the captain. And I say to Brooke, when did you guys get on board? She goes, the ship has been here for several hours. We've been loading it with food and everything we would need for our trip. And I'm saying, the trip isn't going to be that long. I can see the island from here. Brooke says, that's an illusion. That island is really a week away. A week away of nonstop being in the ship. Wow. We had no idea. I know. So we get everything together. They show us our room, me and Kamoji. And I never leave the satchel. The satchel always stays with me. I am the one who cares for the satchel. The satchel in all of our journeys has all of the magical things that we've picked up. I might not know what they do, but Kamoji and Miss Zen do. All I do is notate everything that happens. We're about to set sail. We go back up on top and we watch the ship leave the dock, and now we're headed towards that island. 7 days is how long it's going to take. 7 days. And what we realize is after the third day that the ship doesn't look as though it's moving. The waters seem to push us away from the island so that we can't get to it. We're on our third day trying to get to that island. We haven't met the captain yet. Captain Sunshine. Oh, Captain Maritza Lupita Montoya, the captain of the ship. Now, we can see her up at the top of the ship with her eyeglass, looking out at the island. She hollers at her first mate to come up. They're talking. They're saying, what's happening? All of a sudden, you hear Sunshine yell something like about face, but whatever you say, all hands on deck, turn the rudder right. We're going to go around the back of the island. All of a sudden, the ship turns ever so quickly. We lose our balance. We hold on to the side of the ship. Kimoji almost falls over. I grab a hold of her hand, her little paw, because Kimoji is a squirrel, you guys. Did I say that already?
Yeah.
So now we're going around, and we go around to the back of the island. And we set our anchor down. 5 days trying to get to this island. We finally make it. We lower some little dinghy ships. We fill it with our crew and the people that need to go to the island. And we head over now to the beach. When we get to the island, Kimoji looks around and she exactly knows what island this is. She looks at me. I look at her. I know exactly what island this is. We look over at Captain Sunshine and we say, follow us. We walk around and back around, and when we stopped, we were right in front of a big rock. And as we looked over that big rock, there was a cave. We looked at that cave. We know who's in that cave. We wait. We tell the captain there's a troll in that cave. The captain says, "Can you talk to the troll?" Kimoji says, "As a matter of fact, I can." The captain goes down with Kimoji while I stand behind the rock. The captain stands between the cave opening and Kimoji. The captain pulls out her sword and gets ready for battle. Kimoji grabs Ritz's hand, Sunshine's hand, and says, "No. Wait." The next thing you know, the troll starts to come out of the cave. He looks very angry because of the last time we were here. And Sunshine looks very angry at the troll. And the troll opens his mouth and says something in a language no one's ever heard before. Kimoji says, "Wait, wait." I know this troll. I know this troll. Remember when me and Kimoji went into that cave the first time? We had taken all of the shiny things that the troll had found while it was gathering on this island. Well, what we also found in all that was the potion that Miss Zen had. So we give the potion. So Kimoji calls me down. Looking through the bag again, we find that bottle of potion. I hand it over to Kim Woodby, or Kimoji, and I say, here it is. Kimoji goes up to the troll and speaks the same language as the troll, because Kimoji speaks all languages. The troll takes it, looks at it, doesn't really know what it is. Kimoji has to tell, has to open it up, has to show, to drink it. So the troll takes it and drinks it, and drinks the whole thing. Kimoji takes it back, puts the lid on it, hands it back to me, and we're all standing there watching. And the next thing you know, the troll is saying that my name is Ace. I've been a troll for many, many years. I was sent to guard this cave because down inside the cave, there is a secret that can only come out when the world is doomed. I look over at Kimoji. Kimoji looks back at me. We look at it. We see that it is lighting up to go into that cave. Is this where the encrusted butterfly is? All we could do is go and look. Ace says, there's a lot of traps in that cave. You must be very careful when you go in. I can lead you part of the way, but after a certain point, I can't go with you. Only the true person can get this encrusted butterfly. We set off. We start down. We're walking in the cave. Ace is telling us everything. He's been in this cave for many years. He hasn't been able to talk to anybody on the whole island. Everybody, even the animals, can talk on the island. We get down to a certain point, and Ace says, this is where I must leave you. If you keep walking down this path, you will find what you're looking for. We're looking at the compass, and the compass is so bright that it just lights up the cave walls. And as we're walking, we notice on the walls all these drawings. There's all these drawings all over the wall. And as the light is lighting up the wall, we can see,
can keep going.
Okay. We can see these hieroglyphics all just drawn all over the walls. It's the most amazing thing you've ever seen, because the way the light dances off the compass makes it look like the drawings are moving. We are looking, we see. What we did notice is we noticed on this wall there was a drawing of a universe. And in the next drawing it looked like the same stone that was in Miss Zen's tiara. But there was two of them, and they were hurling through the galaxy, and you could see as the compass light hit it, as they smashed together. You go to the next picture, and you could see how a breath came in at that exact moment when Miss Zen was formed. And it's all on this wall. The beginning of the most powerful wizard in all of the realms. We know that we're in the right place. We keep walking. As we look, we can see steps, and we have to jump from one step to the next because we can't see what's below that. So we're jumping one step to the next, to the next step, to the next. I almost lost my balance. But Kamoji said, you've got this, just follow my feet. Watch my feet. Kamoji, I'm following you. We get to the other side. We walk and we walk. I mean, it felt like we've been walking for days. We come to this big room, and it's a huge room in this cave. And hanging from the ceiling looks like a cocoon. And the cocoon is just dangling. It's glowing, it's green with dots on it, and it's glowing. It's almost as if it senses that we're there. The compass is glowing green now too. It's the most magical thing you've ever seen. You could feel the vibration in the compass. You could see how it was glowing and interacting with the cocoon. We're watching intently. We noticed that the cocoon started to tear. We could see tiny little fingernails gripping the tear, opening the tear. The next thing we noticed was a wing was coming out. The most beautiful wing you've ever seen. It had diamonds and rubies and emeralds just all over this cocoon, all over the wings of this butterfly. The next thing we know, the other wing comes out, and now it starts to flap. You could hear the clinking of all of the jewels on the butterfly's wings. Kim Woodby says, and the next thing you know, the butterfly stops. Its eyes get real big, looking at Kimoji playing that harmonica. All of a sudden, Kimoji stopped playing. The harmonica fell on the ground. It was as if she was in a trance. The butterfly was talking to her without saying words. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Her eyes didn't even blink. As soon as it was done, which seemed like forever, the butterfly bowed, sat on the ground, flapped its wings one time, and shrunk. The butterfly shrunk to about that size. It was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen in my life. This beautiful butterfly, alive, jewel encrusted, the most amazing sight. Kimoji bends down, holds her hand out, and the butterfly crawls up onto it. And it's almost as if they're as one. Kimoji doesn't have to even talk. With words is on Kimoji's shoulder. And the butterfly has told Kimoji that we must get back to the castle. There's something that's going to be happening soon, and we must get back to the castle. What do you think? Heck yeah! How did that go? You like that? Is that okay? Sounds good. We got to get back to the castle.